15 months into COVID-19, how does a good keynote look like these days? And you should definitely make sure you know how that looks like after 15 months. I had to do it. So first, who do you address and through what tool do you deliver the keynote? That's a big, big question. There's WebEx, there is Zoom, there is Teams, there is Google, there are streams, and all these tools are different. So for example, if you have WebEx as a tool, it's not the best option to share a PowerPoint presentation and at the same time present, because people lose contract. They just see the small, tiny image of the speaker. Or if you deliver with Microsoft Teams, you always have an issue if you have your keynote on your side on the speaker, especially with the playback of a video, which is much different to Zoom. So you should make sure through what tool do you deliver the keynote. Number two, what is the setting? And no, it's not appropriate as a keynote speaker after 15 months of COVID-19 to talk into your FaceTime camera of your Mac and your built-in mic. Definitely no. You need a proper DSLR. I don't say you need a red camera or any fancy, super crazy, expensive camera, but you need a proper DSLR. If you take a lot of money for a keynote, you have to invest that money. And you definitely also need to invest in a good mic. And maybe if you want to pimp the game a little bit, invest in some of the lights that you can change as well. And P, this is not the time when you change the lights. Okay, it's not that hard and not that difficult, not that fancy. Next up, you have to build a storyline that fits the virtual world. No, you cannot use the old storylines. You kind of need to adopt it. Usually you have a smaller version of yourself on screen. It's harder to come through with emotions. It's harder to change between a slideshow, a video and yourself. So make sure, do you want to tell a story? Do you want to deliver facts? If it's a stream, you definitely need people in the background who actually then play the details into that stream. So you have to compose that storyline for wherever you want to reach. Number four, it's not a good idea to record a keynote and then play it off. People kind of feel that it's not live. So if you pre-record a keynote, it needs to be like really crisp and really good, or it needs to be delivered in a quality that actually wows people. So something that works with a lot of videos in between or drone shots or whatever. If you look at the Apple keynote, that's what they do. They pre-record on tape and they actually do a wow show. So if you want to pre-record, you cannot like play again and again the same video. People actually feel it if it's live or pre-recorded in a minor, mediocre quality way. And the last thing, Q&A and interaction. The chat is actually the way to go, because if people go on and off with the screen, the quality of mics and images is so different that it causes a bad energy in the room if you do that. So go with the chat tool and one person moderates it, or you like read the questions yourself and then you go through it. This is how you maintain and keep the quality. So these are just 5 super simple small hacks from the experiences we made in the last 15 months. We deliver keynotes all the time. We did it before COVID and we now learned a lot throughout that time. And we want to make sure that everyone knows how to do it, because it's much better to experience in a good way. There is so much good content out there, so I hope you guys like that. Make sure you subscribe. Let me know in the comments what you think and watch another video. There, here, there. Oh, and Discord, of course. I always forget Discord, sorry. Let us know on Discord, of course. Thanks, guys.